welcome to our discussion about the new and improved IBM training ecosystem. In July 2013, we instituted the beginning of a truly transformational change to the way that IBM delivers skills and provides training. Today I'm joined by Eric Strause, Senior Product Director from Global Knowledge. Eric, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Rich.
Eric, from a Global Knowledge perspective, can you tell us a little bit more about your company, what you do, and why IBM selected your company as an IBM global training provider?
Sure, Rich. I'd say that Global Knowledge is the world's leading provider of learning services across IT and business skills training. We are located geographically across North America and Europe, as well as the Middle East. And we have extended our partnerships in large part as a result of and with the IBM program to operate truly globally at this point.
One of the things that we looked at from an IBM perspective was the wealth of experience that you guys had in terms of delivering not just IBM technology, but other technologies that really are key to a client's total solution that they're trying to implement across their enterprise.
Yeah, I would say that one of the things that we've been able to demonstrate is long-standing relationships with many of the leading vendors and providers of IT technology and services. In addition, coupling that with our own proprietary curriculum that we build out for areas of business training, business skills, security, and whatnot. So that combination, that footprint. And I think the fact that we're a pure play education company and all we think about all day, every day is education was a critical decision point for IBM. That coupled with the many awards that we've won in all of those various programs, including the Choice Award for Global Training Provider of the Year this past year, I think was a big piece of it. We've been able to demonstrate through time, and it really at the end of the day comes down to quality.
So Eric, IBM is helping to build a smarter planet through its IBM software and IBM systems solutions. Over the past year of partnership with IBM, what have you learned about the value of training and what it brings to these solutions?
So I think that the reality is today we're seeing it's impossible to decouple the skills needs for the success of transforming businesses overall. So what you're finding now is that conversation, and one of the things that's exciting for us, that conversation is really becoming front and center. It's no longer just an IT discussion or a business discussion. It's really about a business transformation discussion. Where are we going to be as a business in a few years, and how are we going to develop our skills and get ourselves there and get the right workforce in place to support that evolution? And it's a journey for these companies. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time.
And that's something that we're aware of that Global Knowledge does a really good job of in terms of helping a customer with their solutions, not just from that particular product, but the entire process, as you had said, with skills assessments, as well as looking at some of the soft skills that are required really for a project to really stick.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have created a part of our business now called Business Transformation Services, which is exactly addressing that. It really is that skills need. And the IBM program has really sort of stretched our thinking around this as well, is that IBM is so embedded into the business process and the very fabric of what the customer actually does in terms of not just its technology, but its actual people and processes behind it, that it really forces understanding and deeper understanding and engagement with the client to really understand how to create a training solution that actually achieves the business outcome that they're looking for. And I think at the end of it all, that's really the kind of service and relationships we want to create. IBM is extending us access to provide and take out to the marketplace the same kind of high quality content that they've generated for years. At the same time, we're now coupling that with our subject matter experts and instructors. Our instructional design team is involved. We've actually worked with IBM to modify and enhance and find improvements and ways to improve content and take that forward. So really content's one key element. The flip of that is it's really about making sure the customer gets the right content. So a lot of what we spend a lot of our time on is that consultative engagement to ensure that the right content for the right audience is positioned the right way. getting lots of, one size fits all, sometimes good, sometimes not so good, getting lots of diverse audience together on the same thing and they all want a little perspective doesn't necessarily always work. So we're really focused on trying to ensure the customer gets the right content. We've got extensive quality metrics reporting that we look at. We have reporting metrics that the product managers are looking at. We get instructor feedback from every single delivery. Those feedback mechanisms then tie back into the product group for pushing that information back across into IBM to have strategic discussions about content evolutions.
How are you uniquely positioned out in the marketplace to support some of the real key growth areas within IBM?
These are major technology shifts and initiatives for companies, and so it matters in terms of understanding all the way from the C office, the C-suite, all the way down through to the worker, the individual worker in the business. And we have an interesting lens into that, the implications and the challenges that go on there. We've been building out curriculum for years in many of these areas, and we've been involved in this journey, from the late 90s and where IT sort of started and coming all the way back around into a lot of the world today and how things have changed. And I think we have a unique perspective there that really is helpful for customers to understand, and we can help with that education, whether it's at the high-end architecture level, whether it's an onboarding program and just helping customers think about what the strategic impacts are, or even just in consultative discussions to help them think about potentially if I go there, then what happens. We've been able to help customers in all different stages of that journey.
So, Eric, thank you for taking the time today to discuss the vibrancy of the IBM training ecosystem. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you so much, Rich. We really appreciate it, and this has been really one of the marquee partnerships of my career here at Global Knowledge. I really appreciate the opportunity.